Welcome to the physics learning. This is the fourth lecture on amplifier. In this video, I am going to discuss about summing amplifier, which is also called adder amplifier, and subtractor amplifier, which is also called differential amplifier. In order to construct a summing amplifier, we will start with an op-amp, and here in order to control the gain, we need to provide a negative feedback. So let's say that RF is providing a negative feedback to this op-amp. Okay, so RF is called feedback resistor, and as we need to add the voltages, we just consider that the input voltages are V1 and V2, which is connected to this inverting terminal through a resistance R1 and R2, and in this case output voltage is V0. Non-inverting terminal is grounded. This is sometimes also called inverting adder amplifier because voltages are provided to the inverting terminal and non-inverting terminal is grounded. Now, as we know the concept of virtual ground or virtual short circuiting between the inverting and non-inverting terminal, we can say that voltage at this point, that is the point X, that is the voltage at inverting terminal, will be 0 because inverting terminal is at virtual ground as non-inverting terminal is grounded. Okay. Now let's say that current flowing through this resistance R1 and this resistance R2 are I1 and I2 respectively. As the input impedance of an op-amp is infinite, we know for the practical op-amp it is of the order of 10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 6, which is also a very high. Then we can assume that current into this op-amp is 0. Therefore this current I1 has no other path than this RF resistance. Same for the current I2. Thus we can say that total current I1 plus I2 will flow through this resistance RF. Therefore just apply a Kirchhoff's current law at this point X. We can write V1 minus 0, that is the potential at point X, voltage difference across this resistance R1 divided by the value of resistance R1. This is nothing but the current through the R1 plus the current through R2, which is V2 minus 0 upon R2, and that will be equals to current through this RF. So current through this RF is 0 minus V0 upon RF. This is just a simple way to say that I1 plus I2 is equals to I. Okay. Just simplify it. We just need to rearrange the terms, and by rearranging we can say V0 is equals to minus RF upon R1 V1 plus RF upon R2 V2. Right. Now if we choose R1 is equals to R2 is equals to RF, then from this relation we can say V0 is equals to minus V1 plus V2. And what is the meaning of this equation? This equation is saying that output voltage is numerically equals to the algebraic sum of inputs. Thus, it is adding up the voltages, it is adding up the inputs. Therefore, this circuit is called adder circuit or summing circuit. If we want to add more than 2 voltages, we just need to add a resistance here. Okay, if we have 3 voltages, we need to have 3 resistance which will be connected to this non-inverting terminal. Ideally, we can have n number of voltages and we can add them up. But practically, we cannot go on for long because with the increase of input voltages, current will increase. As a result, the output voltage will goes into the saturation region. Therefore, this adder circuit will work till op-amp is operating in the linear region. Okay. Now just move to the subtractor amplifier. To construct a subtractor amplifier, again we will begin with an amplifier. Then we need to connect a negative feedback resistance here. Now we just need to connect the input. So inputs are connected to this amplifier in this configuration V1 and V2. V1 is connected to this inverting terminal through a resistance R1 and V2 is connected to another resistance which is exactly equals to R1. So R1, and this is connected to non-inverting terminal, and non-inverting terminal is grounded through a resistance RF. Okay. So this is the circuit diagram for the subtractor amplifier or differential amplifier, right? Here again, we will consider that output voltage is V out. Now, due to presence of negative network, inverting and non-inverting terminal are virtually short-circuited. That means potential at the point A and point B will be same. Let's assume that the voltage at point A and B is Vx. Okay. As the input impedance of an op-amp is infinity, no current will goes into the op-amp. So any current which is flowing through this resistance R1 must go through this resistance Rf. Similarly, any current which is started from the point V2 have to pass through this resistance Rf, and ultimately it will goes into the actual ground, right? Now we just need to apply KCL at point A. At point A, if you apply the KCL, that is current through R1 is equals to current through this Rf. Therefore, we can write V1 minus Vx upon R1 is equals to Vx minus V0 upon Rf. Let's say this is equation number 1. Similarly, we can apply KCL at point B, Kirchhoff's current law at point B. If we apply Kirchhoff's current law at B, we can write V2 minus Vx upon R1 is equals to Vx upon Rf. Let's say this is equation number 2. Here, Vx is unknown. By using equation number 1 and equation number 2, we just need to eliminate the Vx so that we can have the whole equation in terms of V0, V1 and V2. If you eliminate it, you will have V0 is equals to Rf upon R1, V2 minus V1. If we will have conditions such that R1 is equals to Rf, in that case we will have V0 is equals to V2 minus V1. What is the meaning of this equation? This equation says that output voltage is numerically equals to the difference of the input voltage. That is, here this circuit acting as a subtractor. Output voltage is the difference between V2 minus V1. So if you want to subtract any voltage from any other voltage, in that scenario we need to connect those two voltages at non-inverting and inverting terminal respectively. So here V2 is connected to non-inverting terminal and V1 is connected to inverting terminal. Therefore, their difference will appear at the output. Okay. And if you don't want to do the exact subtraction, you want to amplify the subtract signal, then you can have different values of R1 and Rf depending upon what kind of amplification you want for the different signal. Therefore, this circuit is called differential amplifier or subtractor amplifier. Hope these two circuits are clear for you. See you in the next lecture. In the next lecture, I am going to discuss about integrator and differentiator circuit. Thank you.